Here's a psychology fact you're not ready for. Confident people who make no sense aren't just annoying. They may be low in cognitive ability, and that shows up in predictable ways. This isn't name-calling. It's behavioral psychology. These patterns, overconfidence, rigid thinking, emotional reactivity, predict poor problem-solving, bad decisions, and relationship damage. If you want better conversations, better teams, and less drama, you need to spot these signs early. But here's where it gets worse. Psychology shows the less someone understands their thinking, the louder they speak. The scary part, the people least aware of their limits are the hardest to convince, because they literally can't see the gap. And this explains why many arguments never end. The person arguing lacks the tools to even notice they're wrong. Sign 1. Confident certainty without competence. Psychologists call this the Dunning-Kruger effect. People with low skill overestimate their skill because they lack the meta-knowledge to measure themselves. Sign 2. A low desire to learn. Intelligence correlates with curiosity, the urge to ask why and change your mind. Low IQ patterns include boredom with nuance, no follow-up questions, and hostility to new evidence. Sign 3. The world is binary. Hero or villain, right or wrong. Cognitive rigidity prevents seeing trade-offs, context, or complexity. Complexity feels like threat. So, simplification becomes a defense. Sign 4. Fragile emotions. Low analytical ability often pairs with poor emotional intelligence. Quick to rage, quick to meltdown. Smart people pause, low IQ patterns react. Sign 5. The blame habit. If you consistently blame luck, the system, or other people for your failures, that's an external locus of control. A marker for poor problem solving and low cognitive flexibility. Sign 6. Disagreement is personal. When a challenge is taken as disrespect rather than information, the person lacks the cognitive tools for argument. They equate debate with personal threat. Sign 7. Mental laziness. Complex problems require effort. People with lower reasoning tend to prefer simple rules, memes, and slogans because deep thinking costs energy. Sign 8. No reflection. Metacognition. Thinking about thinking is the hallmark of intelligence. If someone never questions their process, never audits mistakes, and never learns from feedback, that's a red flag. Put these together: loud certainty, no curiosity, emotional fragility, and avoidance of effort. And you have a pattern that predicts poor reasoning in life and work. If that hit you, good. These aren't insults. They're signals. And signals can be changed. The problem is simple. The less someone can think about their thinking, the harder it is to grow. But you can grow. Here's the mental training that actually works. 3 practical moves you can start today to avoid those traps or to help others improve. Step 1. Force curiosity. Every day find one question you don't know the answer to. Spend 15 minutes researching it. Curiosity rewires attention and reduces rigidity. Step 2. Postmortems. After a conversation or decision, ask, what did I assume? Where could I be wrong? These 2 questions create self-awareness. Step 3. Emotional pause. Count to 3 before replying. That tiny window lets reasoning catch up to reaction and trains emotional regulation. Bonus hacks. Read widely, not just headlines. Argue to learn, not to win. And keep a "what I was wrong about" list. You're watching Signal Mind. If this helped you, do one of those 3 exercises today and tell me which in the comments. Subscribe for more decoding of human behavior.